Oh, hello there. I almost didn't see you there for a second. My name is Tiaan Hershelman and I'm part of Syndicate One for Leadership in the Digital Economy. My fellow syndicate members are Teboga Mokena, Dumisani Mqadi, Vusi Sitole, and Mapatelo Tefo. Today, we are going to be speaking to you about emotional intelligence and the importance in leadership. Now, what on earth is emotional intelligence and why is it important in the digital economy, you may be wondering. Now, leadership is of extreme importance in any organization. They drive the vision of the company and ultimately play a vital role in the success or failure of the organization. Great leaders have vision, they have the capability to mobilize and move us to the right direction. They ignite our passions and inspire the best in all of us. The reason why they are so effective at this is their ability to have a clear vision and great ideas about the future. They are able to set up a strategy to achieve the goals of the organization. But more importantly, leaders with high emotional intelligence are able to work through their emotions despite the circumstances, challenges, or threats they may be facing. In this digital age, one cannot just rely on traditional intelligence without emotional intelligence to be successful. A survey of hiring managers indicated that 75% valued emotional intelligence above intellectual intelligence when hiring. One investigation further found that people with high emotional intelligence, not intellectual intelligence, earn roughly $29,000 more per year than those with low emotional intelligence. So emotional intelligence is basically the ability to understand, use and manage your own emotions in positive ways to relieve stress, communicate effectively, empathize with others, overcome challenges, and diffuse conflict. Emotional intelligence is commonly defined by the following 5 attributes: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, relationship management, and motivation. These 5 competencies work together and in unison to make a person emotionally intelligent. For instance, self-awareness means that a leader has understanding of oneself's limitations and strengths in order to know what and where one needs to improve. And this helps to welcome constructive criticism through feedback and knowing when to ask for help. Such a leader is self-motivated to drive their vision that they have in mind with a desire to fail trying. Such expertise and insights serve as a hallmark of self-control or self-management, to stay one's best self when engaging under immense stress or during a crisis, and they remain unflappable even when confronted by a difficult situation. Hence, if one can manage oneself, when you can easily learn and be aware of others' emotions and empathize with them, this we refer to as social awareness. And thus you are then able to manage relations and influence people through coaching, mentoring, and respect that you have for others. A leader with high emotional intelligence can set the tone on how the company is likely to perform and succeed in the digital era. So now the question is, how do we implement emotional intelligence in your organization? Ladies and gentlemen, the success of your company in this current digital age requires leaders who display qualities and competencies that enable them to lead without the negative influence of emotions. If your company is to reach unmeasurable results, you require competent leaders that have a better understanding of what emotional intelligence entails, which has been articulated and extensively explained. Companies with a substantial amount of emotional intelligence seamlessly adapt to the evolution process for future business principles. Infusing the human-centered approach will transform your business culture in many positive ways, such as improved communication throughout the company, increased employee engagement and productivity because they feel valued and respected. The world has changed. Embrace the change or be left out. Adapt to change or stay irrelevant. It is now time for the new digital world. New leaders with new mindsets are needed more than ever. Like leaders with high emotional intelligence are ambassadors of change, they know how to embrace change and stay relevant. How about you? Do you have the 5 competencies of leaders with high emotional intelligence? What are you doing to acquire them? Here are some tips for your organization to develop emotional intelligence as part of your organizational culture. Number one, before improving the emotional intelligence of the wider team, you need to work on yourself. This means studying your own emotions and developing your own skills. Number two, identify employee strengths and weaknesses. To get the most out of every single employee, you need to understand their emotional intelligence strengths and weaknesses. Tip number three, define your workplace guidelines. Staff emotional intelligence should be a significant consideration when determining guidelines and defining how employees are assigned tasks, how they communicate with one another, and how they receive feedback. Tip number four, give employees a voice, showing them you value their opinions and responding to any feedback they might have. Number five, set up assertiveness training to help employees handle their emotions and learn how and when to deal with difficult situations. Number six, provide mechanisms and support systems in place to help employees cope with the stress associated with their job. Number seven, organizations need to invest in their employee development, enabling staff to learn new emotional intelligence skills through L&D platforms and content. Number eight, encourage employees to share their emotions. So important. Number nine, encourage routine and fact-based feedback. Feedback, positive or negative, is a great learning tool for helping employees develop. However, for it to be effective, everyone in the organization requires the emotional intelligence to give and receive feedback honestly, without judging the individuals involved. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in the middle of a VUCA and Barney world, and leaders with high emotional intelligence are now needed more than ever. Only the paranoid survive, said Andrew Grove. Remember, emotional intelligence is not innate, it can be developed. Keep learning and stay relevant.